Welcome to another spring day in the engine bay. Yeah, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? Hey, yeah, so springtime, getting boat ready to go. Don't make fun of my dirty engine bay. It's spring. I'm working on stuff. I've been flushing the hot water tank, so there's some water in the bilge and some dirt and grime from last year. I'll get cleaned up before the boat goes in the water next week. Anyways, I did in the video I did about taking the cover off and finally getting back to spring. I talked about the bellows for the exhaust. I did a video on that yesterday when I did those. However, I got a crew here doing the roof in the house, and the neighbor was cutting lawn, and somebody was doing deck work back there because, of course, it's springtime in Ontario, right? All this stuff gets done before the nice weather really hits. So there's a lot of background noise, so I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I'll throw a couple little clips up here I got of it. They were definitely wore out, totally weather cracked and stuff, so they did need to be done. Yeah, I had to move the adjustment on a little bit because I don't know if they've changed the part number maybe at some point in time or what, but they do seem to be too short. Just looking at where the marks on the drive are from, where they've been covered up from the grime and crap the water gets in. You can definitely see where it looks like at some point in time a bellows has properly fit around the exhaust port, and now the new ones almost seem like they're about half an inch too short. And the ones that I took off are the same deal. And that's the Volvo part number, so hey, what can you do? But anyways, got a bit of a problem. Well, I don't have a problem now. My port engine, I already finished it. It was getting to be a bit of a problem child at the end of the year. Stumbling a little bit. Coming up the locks when we went to Peterborough. Link to that playlist of that trip right here above my head somewhere. When it was hot and you go to restart it between the locks, because some of the locks, our marina in Trenton is, 46 kilometers away or something like that. So 30 miles basically downriver. And just from here to where I'm standing now, there's like 12 locks. So, there's a lock every couple miles. Some places there's a lock every half mile where they get real tight. And just down the street from us, there's a flight lock. There's two bang bang right in a row. But running in the lock, shutting it off in the lock for that 20 minutes, starting it back up when the engine's kind of real hot like that. It was just being a bit of a pain firing up. Would stumble and stummer a little bit before it finally took off, and I thought, okay, well, when the boat came out of the water last fall, I decided, well, let's do some tune-up on the engine, see what we got. So, number one job today, because I'm still waiting for a distributor cap, wire and rotors and stuff to come in from the dealer. Spark plugs, right? Nice, easy peasy, simple one. And this is the one thing, and I got a picture of them side by side. So that's the Volvo one. That's from the dealer in a box. 4 spark plugs wrapped in bubble wrap. $20 a spark plug. My dealer didn't have enough, so I had to go to my local Napa and buy them as well, because they are just an AC Delco. What is that? It's a 4101 or something like that, I think is all they are. Yeah, but anyways, iridium plug from Napa. They come like this nice little individual cardboard box. $27 a plug from Napa. Nice, eh? This one time we're shopping from the dealer is actually better than buying it from a third party like an auto parts store. Even though it is just a, like I say, it's just an AC Delco plug. But yeah, so the problem child engine, new plugs are in it. Let me show you one of the plugs I took out. I've got 12 of them done so far. Well, so one engine complete, half. As you can see, the red overspray paint on them. So these are all factory original from 2005. And I don't know how well the GoPro is going to focus on this. Let me see if I can get that up. Now it's not coming in very clear. I kind of figured it wouldn't be like that. GoPro is not meant for super close up like that. I'll take a picture with my phone on macro or something and throw it up here. But as you can see, they're dry. Well, the boat's been off all winter, so of course they should be dried out. Not a whole lot of, they don't look ugly. The manual does say the gap is supposed to be 4 thou, and the new ones, that's what they're coming from, is 4 thou. These ones, they're almost 9 thou, so more than double out of spec. So that probably would explain why the one engine would start and stumble a little bit. And I will say, I've had it running already. I didn't take any video of that because my roofer guys were still here. They've left because it's raining now. When I fire the other one up here, I'll show that. But yeah, new plugs. I haven't got wires or caps or anything done yet. Just the plugs, nothing else. Boat hasn't run since second week of October of last year, and we're now the second week of May, so 6 months. Hit the button. That engine didn't even roll one full turn, and it fired right up and just purred like a kitten. So definitely needed spark plugs. I'm hoping it runs a little better when I put new wires and cap on it, and it would be great if I could just sneak a little bit more fuel economy. So like I said, port engine's all done. I've got one side of the starboard engine done. I did the port engine first for two reasons. One, because that's the one that has been a bit of a problem. And two, it's the hardest one to get to. Let me zip the camera around here a little bit, and pardon the work light. But as you can see, we got generator here. Batteries are tucked back in there. There's the engine. Of course, this floor does lift up, but in the back corner behind it, there's a hot water tank. So it's kind of, and the framework, of course, for the engine hatch. Newer boats, this is all one big hatch. They didn't do that with this one. So yeah, real hard to get to over there. So did the whole thing, you know, I was really just truthfully working blind for the most part. I do have an endoscope little camera I could plug into a tablet to get down in there a couple spots. Just looked a couple of holes, everything looks good. Didn't have any problem taking the plugs out. The manual does say new. The spec is only 30 foot-pounds or something like that in the plug, which I was surprised. But I mean, you look at that plug, we got almost an inch of threads there. So, you know, just down and tight really is all it does need. Plugs, second set of plugs going in. I think it said like 30 or 23 foot-pounds, so even less. So basically, you know, spin them in hand tight and put the ratchet on it, give it a quick little snug, and that's all they need. So we're on the starboard side of the starboard engine. You can see the plugs there. They're not in that bad of a position. So this is probably going to be the easiest side to do because, like I say, there's nothing over here but a battery right there, and if all else fails, I can pull that battery up. Now I will say though, this section of floor is still bolted down. I leave the other side unbolted because it makes it easier to check oil and stuff like that. This one has got, of course, the screws are in it. I could pull this up if I wanted to, but there's enough room down here. There's not a lot in here. You know, muffler for the generator and a battery, so it's pretty easy to stick your head down there. What I will say helps now, I am changing the wires, so I really wasn't overly worried about it. But that is a spark plug wire removal tool. Fortunately, I had to buy a whole kit with a bunch of other stuff in it for like 40 bucks to get that. But you just take this thing, and I don't know if I can show you this or not. Let me twist this thing around and see if I can see what I'm even showing you here. But this comes in, wraps around the plug wire, and you just give it a pull, and you pull the wire off. Now that plug wire's been on there 20 years. Wasn't that hard to take off. Didn't bust my knuckles and anything. But yeah, you ever get a tool kit and you're trying to figure what that thing's for, that's for taking spark plug wires out. And of course the other must-have tool, you know, the famous spark plug ratchet with that little funny little twist and turns and a bunch of, you know, sockets to fit. So I'm gonna change these four, and then we'll fire it up. Be right back. fired up, no problem whatsoever. So that spark plug's done. As you can see, when I was showing the bellows there, you see the way the water's not coming out the exhaust and it's dumping right below the bellows, or the exhaust bellow? See, I'm sure that bellow should be a little longer. Those drives are both all the way down. You would think when they're all the way down, they'd be plugged in to divert the water, so maybe I loosen the bellow off and move it a little bit. If you know anything about the exhaust bellows on a Volvo dual prop, drop in the comment, let me know. Maybe that bellow should be towards the outdrive a little more. There is a flange in the cast aluminum, and it's pushed up against the flange lip, so to me it seems like it's all the way back, but you know, maybe it's not supposed to be there. Maybe they say it needs a ½ inch. What can I say? Anyways, so I'm going to let that run for a few minutes, see if it'll come up to temperature, and then we're going to get the oil changes, I think. Or maybe I'll leave that for tomorrow because it is almost 4 o'clock and you know, it's cooled down a lot. So hope you enjoyed this quick little you know, spark plug change video. Plug, like I said, plugs were 20 years old. Probably time to change them. Probably should have done them 10 years ago. Believe it or not, the service manual actually says every year or 100 operating hours. Now, I don't know if you saw it when I panned over. 658.9 hours on that engine. So theoretically, under the Volvo manual, this should be the 7th set of plugs I'm doing right now. It's the 2nd set. So, I don't know. What can I say? Boat maintenance. Expensive. Absolutely worth it. Hopefully we see, I mean, the performance of this thing is excellent as it is, but I'd like a little better fuel economy. So, fuel gods, please help me out. Anyways, hope you like this. If you did, please hit the subscribe, smash the like button, and the next video should be us going in the water. Fingers crossed, that is a week tomorrow. As long as I get the boat ramp cleared out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.